Before the video starts, I just want to tell you guys to please subscribe to the channel for more NBA content like this. I post 2 videos a week on all things NBA basketball, so if that's something you're interested in, I would appreciate the support. Also, please be sure to leave a like on the video. That helps a lot with helping this channel grow. Anyways, back to the video. The NBA is filled with a ton of bright, young talent with plenty of potential. The future of this league is bright, and every season we see these guys take significant steps towards stardom, and this was evident this season. The 2020 All-Star Game was filled with multiple first-time All-Stars. I think this was the most first-time All-Stars we've ever seen in one of the All-Star Games. Pascal Siakam, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Brandon Ingram, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Domantas Sabonis, Jason Tatum. This is a very good sign for things to come because the NBA is going to look very different in a few years. So to see this many young stars, the league is in great hands. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 players who I think can be first-time All-Stars next season. There are many players who should be first-time All-Stars, but the 5 I selected are the ones that I think are most likely to make it next season. With that being said, let's not waste any more time. My name is Mazir, and let's get right into it. Ja Morant is having an impressive rookie season, putting up 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists a game while shooting 49% from the field. The Grizzlies were not on anyone's list of being a Western Conference playoff team, but nonetheless, they are in the 8th seed and will be fighting to retain that spot in Orlando when the season starts back up. And part of the success of the team comes from Ja Morant. The team around him is also young and filled with a lot of potential. You have guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Clark who make Ja a better player too. So it will be interesting to see how this team grows over time, because Ja Morant's growth will translate to success for the Grizzlies as well. Ja's ability to score at ease, his passing, his defense, and his ability to perform in high-pressure moments are the reasons that he is the favorite for winning Rookie of the Year this season. He has been able to have big games and big moments continuously throughout the season. He's hit big shots at the end of games and has overall just shown his clutch gene, and he's been able to do it on both ends of the floor. The moment that we saw this firsthand was against the Nets early in the season, when he blocked Kyrie Irving's potential game winner and sent the game to overtime where they won. It will be fairly difficult for Ja Morant to make an All-Star team as a point guard in the Western Conference, but with just how impressive he's been in his rookie season, there's no doubt that he has superstar potential, and he could very well be on his way to his first All-Star nod in 2021. John Collins to me is one of the most underrated guys in the NBA today, and he, for whatever reason, gets overlooked. Maybe it's because he's on the Hawks, a team that isn't that great, but Collins is a guy that has incredible potential. I mean, just look at the things he's done this season. In just his 3rd year in the league, Collins averaged nearly 22 points, 2 blocks, and 10 rebounds a game, while shooting an impressive 58% from the field and 40% from 3. I mean, you want to talk about efficiency? John Collins is that guy. To be able to do what he's done in just 3 seasons, it's commendable. He's turned into the perfect sidekick for the cornerstone of the franchise, Trae Young. Trae is the main ball handler and the main scorer for this team, but John Collins is a guy that he can rely on to perform at the highest level on both ends of the floor. He's a big that can shoot the 3, and he's also a solid rebounder and shot blocker, which is just what someone like Trae Young could use on a team. This young duo can do a lot of damage in the future, and obviously the Hawks need to do a lot more to really take the team overall to the next level, but the 2 guys they have are special, and I just wish that the latter got more appreciation, and I think he will. Everyone knows how great Trae Young is, but I think that we will get to see in the coming year just how great John Collins is as well. I think he's bound for a career year, and if he's able to capitalize off of the season that he's had, then I have no doubt that he will be a first-time All-Star next season. Yeah, I get it. This one is a no-brainer. For whatever reason, when he was injured, there were questions about whether or not he was a bust, which is incredibly stupid because he hadn't played a game yet. When he came back from injury, Zion Williamson proved that he was no bust, and he made it clear in just his first game and after that. He even, in my opinion, made the Rookie of the Year race somewhat closer than before, just because of how well he did when he came back. I mean, just look at the numbers he was putting up. In just 19 games, he was averaging nearly 24 points and 7 rebounds while shooting 59% from the field and 46% from 3. Zion in just that many games has established himself as one of the young guns in the league with superstar potential, and we've known this since he was in high school. He is a one-of-a-kind talent that comes around rarely. I mean, there's a reason the guy was the #1 pick in the draft last year. He is an incredible basketball player, but overall, he's just a great athlete. Yeah, he's a great dunker, he has hops, we all know that. But look at the other things he's been able to do. With his size, he can be a defensive force in this league for some time, and he's also just an offensive freak of nature. He can get to the rim at ease, but he's also not a terrible shooter. So yeah, Zion is without a doubt a special talent. If Zion can remain healthy, he will most definitely be an all-star next season, and he will be one for many years to come. You could argue that the Celtics already have 2 all-stars in Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker, but Jalen Brown is just another guy the Celtics have that has that potential, and we can see that with the way he's performed this season shadowing Tatum. Yeah, he's not the main guy on the team, but his role is significant in the team's success, and he was playing like it in the season. He put up 20 points and 6 rebounds while shooting 49% from the field and 38% from 3. That is a decent jump from the season before, where he was less consistent, especially in the playoffs. Normally teams don't send 3 or more players to the All-Star game unless they're just so dominant, like for example the Warriors that we've had for the past few years, or the Big 3 Miami Heat. But while yes, the Celtics are definitely not as dominant of a team, they are a contender and their team overall is deep. The way I see it, the Celtics can be that dominant team in the East if everyone stays healthy, especially considering how young the team is. Jason Tatum is only in his 3rd year and he's going to get better, and I already talked about that in my last video. Kemba Walker and Gordon Hayward are only 30, so they still have time to really make a positive impact on this team. And then you have Jalen Brown, who is only 23, so I think he has time before he really reaches his prime. The Celtics have the making of being the best team in the East, and as the team gets better and Jalen Brown continues on the trajectory that he's at right now, I'm confident that he could be an all-star next year. Yes, this is biased, but there is some truth to this in my opinion. I really thought that this year was the perfect year for Zach LaVine to make the All-Star team. The event was in Chicago, he plays for the Bulls, and he was having a career year. He was putting up 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists while shooting 45% from the field. On the offensive end, LaVine was having a terrific year. Problem is, his defense is subpar and the Bulls are just a bad team. He was playing almost every game, and he also had high minutes because he was the only one giving the Bulls any chance of winning games. Zach not being selected isn't completely his fault, although he could improve on the defensive end. Coaches around the league feel like he plays too much hero ball, which essentially means that he is the only one doing everything for the team. The problem with that criticism is that he really didn't have any other choice. There aren't many high-scoring options in Chicago, and there have been way too many injuries, specifically this season. Lauri Markkanen, Otto Porter, Wendell Carter, all hurt. That leaves LaVine alone with no one else to rely on, so he has to be the ball-dominant guy and the primary scorer if the Bulls want to win any games. Given the circumstances for this team, Zach LaVine has proven that he is an all-star player, and maybe if the Bulls had a better record next year, the new management changes the culture for the team, and LaVine works on his defense, he will be an all-star next season, no doubt in my mind. Just give us Bulls fans something to look forward to, please. So that's going to wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment below what other players you think will be all-stars soon. Also, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel for more NBA content like this. Thank you guys for the continuous support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.